Hello folks, welcome back to Jim's Shed and Project Mini. Now first of all, apologies for the quality of the last video. Wasn't great, you know, but look, we'll try and make this one a little bit better. It was a bit all over the place, the last video, but what I done in the last video was I changed the near side drive shaft and I replaced the rotors or brake discs and pads on the front. I've had a look at the back and they've recently been changed, so there's no need to do them. What I'm doing today is I'm going to change the gear oil, and I'm using MTF 94. That's the stuff that's recommended by BMW, so we'll go with their recommendations. Now I'm using, we'd say, a homemade job as to how I'm going to get the oil into this gearbox. I'm going to give this a go. I drilled a hole in the cap and I just put this pipe down about halfway down. I'll shove that into the filler section of the gearbox and I will apply slight air pressure using the air hose in here, and hopefully that will blow all the fluid from here into the gearbox. I hope I don't make a mess. If that fails, I'm going to use this little guy here, lip pump. That will surely do it, you know. Now look, you can get hand pumps, you know, but look, you know, this is Jim's Shed, you know, it's not. The gear oil on this, I don't know when the gear oil was changed on this last. I think it was changed in the last 2 years. I think Minis say every 50,000 miles or 40,000 miles or something. A lot of the problems with these Minis is, especially in the engine side, take the gearbox side, but you know, the engine side is lack of maintenance, lack of oil change. You know, if you don't change your oil regularly, you're going to have problems. You have cam followers, you have seater bearings on the camshaft. These all need lubrication, and if you don't change your oil regularly, you know, it's the more often you change your oil, the less chance you have of these things going wrong. And even oil leaks, to say oil leaks is a cause of lack of oil change. So, but the gearbox is different. You know, all your gears is it's like splash lubrication. It's all the gears are splashing around in this stuff. You know, there's no combustion or anything like that. It's used to transfer power from the engine to the wheels. And you know, gears, albeit intricate as they are, you know, you don't change the oil in them very often. This stuff is fairly crap now. The smell of it is unreal. But look, we you know, without further eloquence, we'll get into the job and we'll give it a go and see how we get on. So I'm going to get the camera now and I'm going to move it down so that you can see what I'm at. Okay, lads and lassies, what have I got? Tools required for the job is one of these. It's a 10mm hex on a 3/8 drive. Now I'm using this ratchet. These can be tight. It's a special ratchet. It'll allow me extend, you know, if I need extra leverage. I don't think I will. I also have my drain. It's just a 4-litre drum with the side cut off it, and I'll let it pop into that. Hopefully we won't make a mess. Now, what I will say on this job, right? The camera's a bit rocky there, but I think it should be okay. It's recommended that you do the top one first. Because if you loosen the bottom one and you can't get off the top one, well, you have your gear oil out, how are you going to put it back in? So, we'll have a go here at loosening the top, and we'll see what happens. So, oh, there we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now, okay, this is where it's going to get messy. So I'm going to shove this camera just over out of the way so that you guys can see what I'm actually doing. I'll just leave it like that. I'll also leave that there. I don't want to create an awful mess here, but we'll try our best not to. Now, what would be the best way to go about that? Get my hand in there without. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll try this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out and draw a pair of gloves, because I think it's advisable. So I don't think anything is a whole lot is going to come out of the top, because that is the filler. It's the bottom one where, but anyway, I don't think I'll lose much now, to be honest. Okay, I'll just sit that there, and remove this. There you go. Some come out. There shouldn't any come out, because you should only fill to that line. So, in my opinion, it was slightly overfilled. But anyway, this stuff is absolutely, it's just stink. You know. But I hope you guys can see exactly what's going on there. Yeah. Okay. Yuck. It's rotten. Absolutely rotten. Just there. Yeah. Okay. Now for the horrible part. I hate this now. But anyway. That's the top filler. I'm going to leave that there. And we get into the bottom. Oh, the smell of that is just unreal. Unreal. Okay. That's that. Okay. Oh, there you go. That wasn't too bad. Okay. I'm surprised. You should only, that's what should come out, just a trickle like that. I mean, a fair sup there now. I think, in my opinion, it was overfilled, but anyway, we'll there you go. Now we can safely say that this is more or less ready for action. I hate this. It's just the location of it. I could take off the power steering fan, but that's only just. Anyway, there we go. We're getting ready for the big splash. And there we go. Out she comes. They say about 2 litres goes into these, so we'll see now. It's absolutely rotten, that stuff. Pure rotten. So she's draining away there now nicely. Yeah, it's fairly good. It was changed recently, alright. Yeah. I'm going to get some tissue and oh, messy, smelly stuff. Disgusting. Anyway, leave her drain away there now. Yeah, about 2 litres. That's what's after coming out, so happy days. Garages, I mean, you know, a BMW specialist is going to charge you €120 to do this job. I mean, you know, don't be afraid to take on these yourself, you know. You know, that's pretty good there now. I have to say, it's pretty good. Yeah. There she goes now, she's more or less, once you see it dripping like that, drip, 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 yeah, you know more or less that you have it all out. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there in the end. Persevere and get there. This stuff is just gross. It's absolutely rotten. It gets on your clothes and it's smelly and oh, it's terrible. Anyway, enough of the complaining. I had the car preheated before I done this, so also when I changed the drive shaft and brake pads, I ran the car and just put it into gear. I ran it through the gears just to make sure everything was rotating alright, and should of course the dash lit up like a Christmas tree. Christ, what's going on here? Ah, look, the reason why that happened was, don't over tighten, that's tight enough. The reason for that was is the front wheels were rotating, but the back ones weren't. And as a result, the traction control light came on, the speedo didn't work. And the reason why the speedo doesn't work is, as far as I'm aware, the speedo gets its information from the rear wheels, strangely enough. Okay, that's that done. I'll just move that kindly out of the way and do a final cleanup of the area before we continue on. Okay. This is where I'm going to try and attempt to fill this using my homemade apparatus, and we'll see what will happen, you know. So we'll just insert that in there. It should fit in there nicely. Into the gearbox like so. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Right. Airline. I hope this works. You know soon enough. That's not fitting really very well in. How sweet is that? How sweet it is to be loved. What are you? Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work. I just need to be a little bit more. What's the word? Yeah. Yeah. That's pipe there is just a little bit too. What's the word? A little bit too big. Where we're at. But in the meantime, we're dripping some just because it's not fitting in correctly. I think the pipe is possibly too big. It's just not fitting into that. You get there. Right. Yeah, not great. Not great. Okay. I don't want to use the electric pump because it just blows stuff all over the place. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute and come up with a better solution, if that's okay with all the camera goers. So I'll just pause. Okay, I have perfected the operation and it's working a treat. Happy days. Don't want to overdo it, you just burst the hole in the bottle. But we're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. On comes the pressure. The compressor is buzzing away there. there. No. Flying in now. Go on. Keep going. Nearly empty now. Well, can't have much left. There's a bit in the bottom still. We'll keep going, we'll keep going. Now I could take off the gearbox and just fill it from the top down, but yeah, it's better fun doing this, you know. Anyway, there's a bit left in the bottom there, so yeah, okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the cap and put the remaining from the other antenna in also. Messy stuff. Oh, that's a messy job. That's a messy job. Okay, I'll pause that for the moment. Okay. Option 2. Yeah. Option 2. There we go. Pumping away there nicely. Go on, keep going, Jesse. Okay, I think we're done. She's coming out. That's just about right. So just under 2 litres. Just under 2 litres she took. Right. Okay. Just under 2 litres. Gross stuff. It's just, oh, so horrible. It's unreal. So horrible. It's still, well, yeah, it's more or less empty anyway, so. Okay, we'll put the lid on, or the bung screw on. And that's it. So. That was a bit of a messy job. I'm glad it's over. Yeah, turned out to be a messy job. I think somehow or another, I think I'll be using this from now on. I won't be using anything else, only that. This invention here wasn't, it was a bit of a, you know, hit and miss, so I think we'll stick with, you know. Okay, tighten it up. No need to over tighten it, just snug. Okay, move everything out of the way now, and clean up. We have a mess here. Well, anyway, we'll get there.